TV.
Are we supposed to be logged in with them?
Hold on, I think something's happening.
Jessica, can you hear me?
I can hear Jay.
All right, because just so everybody knows it's out there, this is a April 1st Town Board meeting.
Hold on one
We're
second.
currently making sure everything's hooked up. We'll be with you momentarily. So board members know you will not be on mute. If there's anybody else out there, they will be put on mute once the meeting starts. And at the end, we'll ask for comment as usual.
Hold on a moment.
You got that?
Where?
Can we
Just a
go
moment.
a little down so Jim's wife can see him? I can show.
He wants to be over there.
Just give her a minute to.
Jessica Servideo. I was literally just gonna text her and ask her.
She's working on it.
Are we supposed to see them? Are we supposed to see them in the corner or
You
something?
should see them all listed up in the corner. Don't end the meeting.
This is actually good. That was actually a good thing there. What?
Oh, we can't see that far.
Business not very big.
Steady, steady.
A good study.
Can you still hear me? Yes?
Yes.
Yep. Can you guys all hear us?
Yes.
All
Yeah.
right. We're going to attempt to start and see where we go. Want to welcome everybody again to the April 1st Town Board meeting. This is our first attempt at a Zoom meeting, so please be patient. We ask everybody to mute their phones at home besides the board's members, just in case we're unable to mute them. We have a very small agenda tonight. So ask everybody please rise for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag
The flag of the United States of America, the republic for which it stands, one nation,
Under
under God,
indivisible,
with
liberty and
liberty and
justice
justice
for all.
Welcome. Thank everybody for our first attempt here. Roll call.
Councilman
Jeff
Safone,
Monahan,
fourth
first ward.
ward.
Bill
Sorry.
Carlos, second
Scott's
ward.
over here.
Jessica Lopez, third ward.
Michael's phone, fourth ward.
Nope, it's all right. Matthew Wilbur, 5th Ward.
Ann Church, 6th Ward.
Felicia Salvatore, Town Clerk.
Jim Nelson, attorney for the town.
Jay Baisley, Town Supervisor. Before we start our meeting, I'd like to have a moment of silence for Stu Vidal, who passed away. He was our #1 hero for our Hometown Heroes Project. He was 103?
103.
He was 103 years old. He was a veteran. He made it to every Memorial Day, Veterans Day ceremony, so a moment of silence for Stu for all that he's done for us. Thank you. So in tonight's agenda, Resolution 1 regarding the New York State Bridge Authority. We found out today that that has not passed, so we're going to take that off the agenda. Number 2 is a tax cert for Target. Number 3, authorize Crazy Andy's Flea Market. Number 4, authorize the supervisors to sign a contract with Mike Minor for television production, video productions. Number 5, accept a donation of protection masks to the police department. Number 6, the notification of claim, Stager versus the town. I'd like to make a motion to suspend the rules for any comment on any item on the agenda. And before we listen to anybody, I do have comments that were sent in from Doreen in reference to Crazy Andy's Flea Market. To reiterate what she brought up last year was the fact that the amount of signs that were put out during the year, to make sure we state to them that the signs are not to be all over the place again, because last year there was quite a few of them. Thank you, Doreen, for that. Now, is there anybody that would like to speak on an agenda item? If not, a motion to resume the rules?
Should we?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Jeff, you want to, number 1, we're going to withdraw from the agenda. We got a motion to withdraw that one?
Second.
Those in favor?
Second.
Aye.
Aye.
The motion passes 7-0. Number 2, Jeff, you want to read number 2?
Sure. Be it resolved that the town board of the town of Poughkeepsie does hereby authorize the settlement of the tax certiorari proceeding instituted by Target 1856 located at 2001 South Road, Poughkeepsie, New York, 615-903-282-171 for the 2019 tax assessment roll as shown on the attached consent order and judgment. And be it further resolved that the town board of the town of Poughkeepsie does hereby authorize the supervisor or his designee, town assessor Jennifer Munn, and Kyle Barnett of Vanderwater and Vanderwater LLP to sign such papers as necessary to effectuate said settlement. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions on that?
I think I'm going to do a roll call vote for each one, just because I think it's a lot easier than me trying to hear.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Yeah, before we do that,
So Mike seconded it, and I'm going to do a roll call. Jeff?
no, wait, we're not,
Oh.
I just want to make some comments on
Oh,
it.
sorry.
Yeah, this assessment went from $10,500,000 to $10,240,000, a reduction of $260,000. And the total refund for the town is $2,599.94. And the total refund throughout the town, the special districts, the library, and New Hamburg Fire is $4,360.83. I want to thank Jennifer for fighting to keep this as low as possible. Sorry, Felicia.
That's okay. Jeff, how would you like to
No,
vote?
thanks.
Jeff?
Aye.
Sorry.
Aye.
Bill?
Aye.
Jessica?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
Ann?
Aye.
And Jay?
Aye.
You missed
And
Matt.
Got Matt.
Aye.
Sorry, I
The
see the
motion
wave.
passes 7-0. Mike? Oh,
Whereas
Bill?
the town board of the, is it,
Is Bill still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. You want me to do 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Resolution number 3. Whereas the town board of the town of Poughkeepsie has heretofore received an application from Andrew Dolinger Jr., DBA Crazy Andy's Flea Market, LLC, to hold a flea market from May 2020 through October 2020. Dates may fluctuate. Be held at 900 Dutchess Turnpike, Poughkeepsie, New York, owned by Phoenix Poughkeepsie, LLC. And be it resolved that the town board does hereby approve the application as submitted contingent upon the town first receiving applicable fees and a certificate of liability insurance naming the town of Poughkeepsie. So moved.
Second.
Seconded by Mike.
The motion is second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Jeff?
Aye.
Bill?
No.
Jessica?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
Matt?
Aye.
Ann?
Aye.
Thank you.
Aye.
Jay?
Motion passes 6-1.
Now
Resolution
my turn.
number 4, now it's yours, Jessica.
Yeah.
Okay. Be it resolved that the town board of the town of Poughkeepsie does hereby authorize the supervisor to enter into a contract with Michael J. Minor, DBA MJM Television and Video Production, for 3 years to perform video electronic services as described on Exhibit A hereto at a cost of $25,000 for the first year and $35,000 for the second and third year. Said contract to be in the form and substance satisfactory to the supervisor and the attorney for the town, and be it further resolved that the town board finds that it would not be in the best interest of the town to solicit alternate proposals or quotations for these services, and be it further resolved that the town board finds that this service contract is a type 2 action requiring no environmental review. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, and before we vote on this, so everybody know, we reached out to multiple other companies that were not interested, and people that have done taping for us before. This is not just taping, it's a taping of the town board, zoning board, planning board meetings, including special budgets and other meetings. They'll also be updating the government channel, announcements to highlight events, as well as emergency notification system as needed. They'll schedule an automatic playback system to play our programs and videos on the channel. After the meetings are done, they will also edit the meetings to make them look more professional when they're replayed. They're going to maintain and suggest equipment necessary for the town to perform their contractual duties and provide a needs assessment. Coordinate with supervisors, ensure presentation and coverage of an agreed number of appropriate town and community events, which we've discussed with some of the board members that we need to have some community outreach. They'll either do meetings with department heads, councilmen, maybe new businesses in the town. They're also going to be doing the street fairs, our spring fairs, or some of our senior events. So the community channel won't be just a PowerPoint presentation anymore. They'll oversee the quality on both Cablevision and Verizon Fios channels, ensure the quality of broadcast is in line with the accepted standards. He's being responsible to upload video produced under this agreement to the town's video streaming company and/or YouTube, and after a while, we should have YouTube Live also. Just a list of some of what he will be doing. You know, he'll do a monthly show with the supervisor, board members, town board, zoning board, planning board, rotate monthly shows with the board members, police, emergency, public information, safety tips, Memorial, Veterans Day, etc. The other events and recreation, informational show, parks and recreation, promoting upcoming events, which we don't have now, and then a lot of our seasonal events. Some of the options are shows where historian and informational shows in the town parks, amongst other things. So I think this is taking us to the next step up with what we have here, and it's in the budget what we had with the IT department before.
I think this is a great idea. I mean, we had a really awesome parade that we didn't record
Yeah.
last December. I mean, it was an amazing parade, and people actually do enjoy watching those.
And if anybody was at and saw Wappinger's parade, the St. Patty's Day parade, he had 4 cameras at the St. Patty's Day parade.
Wow.
Plus, he had a media vehicle, and they televised it live in the parade. So it's a professional organization we're getting to do this, and I think it'll take us to a different level and different standards.
Hey, just a quick question.
So,
Might sound a little strange. Suppose Arlington Fire District wanted to put their district meetings on. I'm sure there'd be a charge, but they could do that, right?
Bill, we always offered to let them put their meetings on here. We would televise them live. They would probably have to pay for the media person to be here to do the meeting, but we have offered
Okay.
before to any fire department that wanted to hold their meetings here, we would televise them live for any fire department.
Maybe, I'm just thinking like a little bit ahead, maybe we should send a letter, just saying that we're redoing the system, and then if you want to be involved, to contact you or contact the TV people, whatever. I'd like to just open it up to the other things that could impact our community.
No, that's a good idea. I mean, we're starting with what we have, but as we discussed, they would do a lot of other events, but they'd probably have to pay for the actually video person to be here, but we were more than willing to work with them to go forward with it. I'll reach out to the fire departments.
That's great, Jay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So for the vote, Jeff,
Aye.
Bill,
Yes.
Jessica,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
Matt,
Aye.
Ann,
Aye.
and Jay.
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion passes 7-0.
Whereas the Mid-Hudson Chinese Community Association has generously offered to provide the Town of Poughkeepsie Police Department with a number of civic protection masks for the department's use, and whereas because the masks which the association has offered to donate are not the type utilized by the department, the association has made them available to the Dutchess County Department of Emergency Response. Now therefore be resolved, the Town Board, Town of Poughkeepsie notes its appreciation for the generous offer from Mid-Hudson Chinese Community Association. So moved.
Second.
We got a motion and a second. This was brought to us by the chief of police, and the masks they are not N95s. And after discussion, Vassar College is working on getting some of the masks properly dispersed through the county. So we referred the chief to have them take them over through Vassar and go through the county, because the organization is from Vassar, Mid-Hudson Chinese Community Association. We met them through a group over at Vassar, so we asked them to work through there to make sure they get distributed where they'll be properly needed.
That's very nice. Thank you.
And we want to thank the Mid-Hudson Chinese Community Association for reaching out to us to get the mask and make this offer.
And for the vote, I'm going to say Jeff,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
Jessica,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
Matt,
Aye.
Ann,
Aye.
and Jay.
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion passes 7-0. Number 6.
6 is a notice of claim, Steger versus the town. Refer that to legal. And back to you, Supervisor.
That brings us to the end of our agenda. I'd like to open this up for public comment, if possible. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Is there anybody like to comment on anything at all?
Don't you have to unmute them?
She's on mute now.
Well, Jay, I'll mention something if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
First of all, I'd like to thank everybody with this pandemic that's been going on. I know there's a lot of people in the community that have been doing a lot, but I'd like to personally, I know the board members feel the same way, is thank them for all their time. The nurses, the first responders. I know Dutchess County has an excellent website to go on to for information regarding this. I know that a lot of people have had very hectic lifestyles due to this pandemic, and I just wanted to just thank them all for everything they've done.
Any other board members got anything to say there? No? Does anybody else out in the public have anything to say?
Jay, this is Doreen.
Doreen, thank God we got you. At least now we know that it works.
I saw her
Right.
hand up before. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so, Bill suggested about fire department meetings. How about the water board meetings being broadcast? Can you check into that?
We'll look into it. We have a new chairman. I'll ask the chairman.
Okay.
It's a good idea.
Because, those meetings are not even, the audio's not even posted anywhere. So I think it would really be helpful to have those recorded if possible.
Yeah.
And so, Jay, I have another question on the, as far as the television person that was hired. So is he going to be doing any of Mark Fink's responsibilities, or is this entirely separate?
Well, Doreen, the answer to that is a yes and a no. Mark Fink's responsibilities were mostly the IT, and he also did the television. He will do everything on the TV end as far as, broadcasting and editing and everything else, and updating it on YouTube and things like that. But as far as the website or any of Mark's internal work, no. We're currently looking for somebody to replace him for that position.
Okay, and I wasn't sure if I heard you. So you said that the money for this person was already in the budget?
No, we'll have the money in the budget because we don't, as of now, we're 2.5 months without Mark. So there's money in the budget for this year to pay for it. And we'll make sure we get it in
Okay.
next year's.
All right. And then one other question. As far as the construction sites in the town that have been deemed not essential, I know I meet emailed you about this, Jay, and you responded quickly, and I appreciate that. So is the town going to be making sure that all of the construction sites that are deemed non-essential are going to be shut down the way they're supposed to be by the executive order?
During, we were out in a couple sites today, and we were told them, like the executive order is, button them up and get them ready to close them up. There's some things they have to do to finish them up and make the sites safe sites. We were out to one of the other sites in town today, and they called and we said, your option is button them up, close them up, make them safe, and close the site down, you know, within the next day or so. That's, I think, what the executive order was stating, you know, not immediately, but your deal is to get them closed up, make sure they're safe, and public safe, put away whatever equipment you need to put away, and just get off the sites within a couple of days. So the building department's been out to a few sites. They haven't been to all of them. Some of them are already closed. They've done it themselves. So we'll look and see the ones that are still out there working as the week goes on, and we'll try to hit all of them.
And if I could just ask you one more thing about that. So, you know, the old Mercury Grand Hotel that's the Holiday Inn Express now, you know, I had sent you some information about the site, and it was shut down as a result. A stop work order was issued. There was erosion and sediment control problems. There was a whole list of things,
Yep.
but I was concerned about the adjacent wetlands. So do you have any update as to that site? What's going on there?
They're back open as far as I know, Doreen, and the building inspectors were in touch with them about correcting all the problems. I don't personally know exactly what was done, but they were told today, button up and close down totally. We were out there today.
All right.
That was one of the ones we went out to today and said, button up and close down, and we got an email back that we're working on it and we understand.
What
All right,
about
thank you,
smaller
Jay.
projects? Because I got a few phone calls about like a neighbor complaining about their neighbor.
It's
That's
weird
that's
because it
tough,
says if
right?
it's a self-employed person working on the project, the one person, that's not shut down.
Yeah. I was just wondering, I got a couple
Yeah,
calls.
there's some of them are a little bit debatable, you know,
Yeah.
yeah. So the only other, anybody else got any other comments out there? So a motion to resume the rules?
Second?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Just on the note of the pandemic, I want to thank everybody that is out there that's doing the right thing. In Town Hall, I want to thank the court. The court reached out to everybody that was belonging to our senior center, and they've reached out again this week to another group of seniors to make sure everybody's okay. Do they have food? Do they need anything? Are they healthy? Is everything going all right? We've asked people to reach out to their neighbors along that line also. And in Town Hall, you don't realize when something like this happens, the world is turned upside down. I really want to thank Charlie and Felicia for getting this meetings thing up and running. I mean, it's taken a lot. It's taken a lot of work and a lot of stress. You think that when there's nobody around Town Hall, it would be easier. It has not been easier. As far as these guys go, both of them have done a phenomenal job on helping us getting these meetings up and running. And I just want, along the line with Jeff was saying, we can thank everybody that's out there for what they're doing, nurses, doctors, police, firemen, EMS, and all alike, supermarket clerks. There's so many people that you can thank for this process, for trying to keep us safe. And I want to thank a lot of supermarkets for how they jumped up to the plate and actually put safety factors in for their employees. They put up sneeze guards and shields, and everybody's got the gloves and the mask. So they're doing the best they can. But the bottom line is everybody has to stay home as much as possible, maintain their 6-foot distance, and do the best that they can to stay away. Just because you don't have it, and you don't know if somebody doesn't have it, doesn't mean that it's not out there. It's out there, and if you look at our numbers, the numbers are spiking. The town has, I think, 60 as of today, and I think we're up to 400.
460 as of
460 in the
5 o'clock today.
county. So, I mean, the numbers are still climbing. Now that they're testing, the numbers are gonna go up, and they're not expecting a spike for another 7 to 10 days, I think they were saying. So we got a ways to go yet. So everybody has to remember, keep your social distance. And if you see somebody, a neighbor or something like that, check in on your neighbor, call them, see if they're all right, and check it, because not everybody is out every day and seeing people. You really wanna check on the seniors in the neighborhood, or the families that are there, that they have kids at home, they're homeschooled, to make sure the parents, if they're leaving them alone for a couple hours or something, you really want to make sure people are being checked on. If they need help or they need something done, if you can reach out and run for groceries for somebody, let everybody know that one person helps the other. We're a strong town, we're a strong community, and I think if we all work together, we're gonna get through this and be stronger and better. And, we're gonna learn a lot from how we actually get together and we work together. This is actually gonna be a wake-up call for, I think, everybody here for what we're doing for the community.
I wanted to say thank you to Jessica too, because she's been a big help with the computer issue and
Oh, I
working with
forgot that, yes.
CSI. Yeah, don't forget that, because
yes.
she's put a lot of effort into it and actually helping set up computers for people to work from home. And like you said, you would think that it would be easy, you know, but it's really, hopefully maybe it gets a little easier, but it's really been kind of difficult.
You're correct. We went from
I
having.
get home and it's quiet and I'm thankful.
We had nobody working from home with no computer setups, and you're correct. Jessica got everybody that we could possibly get hooked up, including the courts, to do what they could do from home. And all the other department heads are doing the same thing. Even if they couldn't work from home, they were boxing things up that they could get and take home and work with them. So if they couldn't physically work on the computer, they could still get things home to do. So I think going forward, we've learned a lot from this. We are definitely a lot more prepared now than we were before, but you really learn the kind of employees that you have and how much you depend on your employees when they're here. And other people have called. We've got numerous phone calls from people, if you need anything, help us. Some of the people that deal with us on a day-to-day basis, numerous ones, whether they're attorneys, contractors, have called. If you need any help getting things set up, you need something, reach out to us and we'll help them. You know, so it's a strong community. We have a great community here, and I think this is definitely shows us where our strengths are. We are definitely as big as we are as a hometown community. So I wish everybody be safe, you know, keep your social distance, and please reach out to your neighbors and make sure everybody is doing okay.
And have patience with us, because we're still learning.
Yes, definitely have patience with the town. Anybody got anything else?
The only other thing is, in lieu of having a spring event with the rec, we're gonna have a drive-up Easter egg hunt. So there's gonna be bags of 20 Easter eggs out here this Saturday, April 4th, from 10 till noon. So drive up, grab a bag of eggs, and keep going.
One bag of eggs per carload.
Yes, one bag of eggs per family, yes.
Anybody got anything else?
They have a lot.
Motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Everybody, thank you very much, and thank you for the patience on getting this up and running. I think we did very good for the first day.
Got a thumbs up from my husband.
All right.
We see that, Jessica. And we didn't even mute you.
Thanks.